So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, as you can see, we've already started. And there's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And a few accusing looks coming his way. Can he get it through? Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
There they go, hunting again.
And that's gone loose. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mohamed Salah. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Tries to play it through. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Nunez! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Alexander-Arnold to take it as usual. Terrific header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He won't be happy with that one. Szoboszlai can see things others simply cannot. He's gone for goal! Oh, off the bar! Back when it goes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Fired deep towards the back post. Liverpool have their third corner. Punched away. And it's White. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Szoboszlai. And he's worked it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, who's going to be first to this? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Darwin. White. Climbs up big! Goal! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Great vision. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. And a chance! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And the whistle goes for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Could be danger here. Shot at goal! Superb from Szoboszlai! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the second half is off to a flyer. Terrible error, duly punished.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Good ball over the top. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nicely shaped ball. Well, that has not gone well.
Right here, right now.
Tries from a long way out. Looking for the run. It looks a good ball through. Good take. And Berbatov! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Serves up across.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, it's come loose. White gets it clear. And he's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Goes for a shot! There's a goal! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. We have ourselves a real... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Him shoots! It's run loose, in for the pieces! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Crunching tackle. Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but he's been bundled over. That is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Yeah, it's an invitation to go for goal that you just can't resist.
Szoboszlai! And he can clear it away. Played back. And this is Owen.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh no, this does not look good.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. "90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Pedro Neto. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, they've got it again. McAllister. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Pedro Neto. No, it's come to nothing. That's a throw. White did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Extra time reaches half-time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? And it's McAllister. Mohamed Salah, and he's managed to get free. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Liverpool get their fourth corner. Mohamed Salah! Oh, should have put that away.
Mohamed Salah fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
They're up to 5 corners now. Chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And here's McAllister. And now they can spring out of defence. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Now this could be a chance. Big chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Van Dijk. And that is it. There will be penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
120 minutes of action have taken their toll, but have proved inconclusive, and now this is it. They could really do with scoring the first penalty. No! Denied remarkably!
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Owen steps up for his penalty. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
This then to level matters. Oh, it's a really good save.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
This to double their advantage. Two to the good. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Good penalty. Completely wrong-footed the keeper.
This to put them 2 up. Belted right down the middle. And that doubles their lead. So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Saved! And there's your hero! They needed to win, and they have won. It's Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, here's someone I really like the look of in Ruben Dias, a proper defender. Someone who does the simple things well, very well in fact, and he rarely makes mistakes. A bit of a throwback to some of the defenders I played with back in the day. A good leader too.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Knocks it out wide. Threads one in. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries to pass it through. Rodri. Grealish. And it's Grealish. Quality ball. Passes short and sharp, and that's a good ball. Szoboszlai. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now, can they get him away? Oh, that was vital. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Berbatov. Scholes is always looking... And Berbatov! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vardiol was in no mood for any of that. He won't be happy with that one. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that pass isn't the best. Grealish, looking to be a menace in the final third. He's in a great position here. Berbatov. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And we hit half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are already promptly back on the way. Both sides defensively robust after now. Good ball, good take. Haaland. Pickford gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Grealish. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. He's being urged to shoot. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Looking for the run. No, it's come to nothing.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That has ended up in no man's land. Berbatov! Oh no, what has happened here? That's a pretty loose pass. Shot a goal! Oh, it rattles the bar! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And it's lofted through here. Oh, well played. Pedro Neto. That is good alertness. Looking to play him in. And that's been slipped through. He's shifting through the real chance! That's another chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. This their second corner of the game. Oh, good-looking ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, that's been intercepted. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. He's trying to hit the front line here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game
takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Knocks it into space. Lovely. He's had a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And a shot! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Manchester United have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Adams calmly anticipates.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Joelinton crosses.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Goes for the shot! That's a half-decent try.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Great ball if he can get there. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. It's crossed in. Diving header! What about that? And surely that has won the day! Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Well, it's very well played because it's so easy to get those wrong.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world. And we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Adams. Here's Rodri. Liverpool finding their passes. Distributed tidily. Perez. Adams. Van Dijk is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And this is Marmoush.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
He won't be happy with that one. And here's Marmoush. And he's had a hit. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Marmoush. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up.
And Marmoush! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
"15 minutes till half-time. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Berbatov. And it's Scholes. Could be danger here. And he's got the beating of his man. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of...
Szoboszlai! Superb from Szoboszlai! A finish of true class! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
And it's Salah. He is through here. Robson has an approach to the game which is pretty... Robson! And it's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And that's the second half started. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. He can get that clear. Couldn't squeeze it through. Scholes. Robson. Scholes. Grealish. Can he get it through? York receives it in a good position here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well,
Chance! Oh, the ball's in for the pieces! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Szoboszlai clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Best goes looking wide. And he's cut it out. Vitz, Saliba makes the interception. Vitz, now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's on his way!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Quality ball. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's free, he has got space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Skims one in. And a chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Well, there's the clearance. And claimed it back swiftly. And we're done. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with... Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Looking to play him in. And this is Van Basten. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that's a key interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Osimhen. Rafael Leao. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That is a brilliant interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Foot in.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Fratesi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be...
He's gone for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, well measured. And he's lost... There's the shot! Goal! Inter! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Batistuta! It's in! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Now it's Van Basten. And the first half is done. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Verona will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And so we're off again. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Osimhen. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Now, can they get him away? The pass is intercepted. Batistuta tries to play it through. And he's got the beating of his man. Tries a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Just about up to the hour now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
It's a searching pass, and he was quick to react. That's a good ball out wide. Can he get on the end of this?
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Verona choosing to make the first change.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Barella. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Kolo Muani. And Martinez! Barella. Rafael Leao. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. Shoots! He has done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Now it's Sule. It's come through and he's had a quick look at chance! Oh, it's in! And just do it? That was easy, almost too easy.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
That's that, the end. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with... So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start, that is what they all want. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such...
Del Piero! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Inter Milan finding their passes. Little pass back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And this is Shevchenko. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for options for movement. Now, can they get him away? Not the most convincing of passes. Barella. Calhanoglu. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. This looks promising.
Sneijder really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's a searching pass. Still goalless. And here's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was...
And Batistuta! Dispatched clinically. The breakthrough strike. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Well, there's the clearance. Odo is looking to influence the game from out wide. Cannavaro cuts it out. And he's intervened well there. Verona looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Sneijder. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Calhanoglu. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Verona happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Serginho. Barella.
Might want to be careful there.
Referee has just said play on. Now it's Del Piero. Otto kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Shevchenko. Dybala. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Barella.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look at them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, good ball! And the finish! No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Inter Milan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Searching passes played there. Thuram! Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's a key interception. Well, what about it? Verona certainly weren't expecting this. Couldn't squeeze it through. Great ball if he can get there. That's a good ball. Shot a goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? No.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He can run onto that, and he's onside. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Shevchenko.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And Shevchenko! Mateos! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, what has happened here? Played into the middle. And they've been given a corner. Desperate defending required here. Cleared away. Barella. Fratesi. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, he's seen... So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Oh, just skips past his man. Batistuta, and he shoots! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Inzaghi gets it away. Mateos. And now a sudden chance to counter. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now he's got space here, and that has been cut short. He is through here, and he's in on goal. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Soulé! Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. Big header! Oh! That's incredible! And that has raised the roof! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And when the manager caught him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Now it's Martinez. Martinez finds himself offside. And it's Inzaghi. Martinez. Thuram with the clearance. Barella really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here. Verona nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, that's fabulous. No way through. And Martinez!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's it. Verona have done it. The perfect outcome in this moment. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start, that is what they all want. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt.
He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Batistuta! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
This their second corner of the game. Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with him. He hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Çalhanoğlu. Oh, that's fabulous. And this... Hit it! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh, easy pickings there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Donatoni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Çalhanoğlu, searching pass he's played there. Nice interception, well timed. So, third corner of the game. And he's managed to get rid. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And now they can spring out of defence. Verona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to... Hit it! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu with a definite foul there. Schneider does well to get it back. Martinez. Inter Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit.
Takes a shot! And he's found the net! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Verona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Pullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. Verona leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Danger averted for now. Plays a sharp little ball here. Costa Curta. Barella. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands. So no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Verona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Baresi. Rafael Leao. Pullet. Now Martinez. Pullet. Spread it left. He's got away. Now it's Hullet. Shot could be on. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, goes for a shot! Goal! Inter are back in business. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Davids. Can he get on the end of this? Who saw this coming? Verona certainly weren't expecting this. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Daron. Verona have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Oh, what has happened here? That's a decent clearance. Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Rafael Leao. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Cleared without complication. And that is out of play. And here's Rafael Leao.
Verona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Well read, and the danger is averted. Out towards the flank. Looking for the run. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Martinez, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Batistuta. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. 90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Looking tidy in possession here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, well measured. And it's Barella. Oh, nice touch. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Oh, this looks sharp. Del Piero knocks it into space. Donatoni. Now it's Martinez. And it's Hullet. Barella. Half-time, extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? This has been enthralling. So what's the last 15? Gets his head on it! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Del Piero fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well, that has not gone well. Barella. And this is Del Piero. He's being urged to shoot. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Keeper's dealt with that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Batistuta. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Now the time for brave hearts and strong minds. So this one to set the tone. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Del Piero next in line, and here he is.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
This then to level matters. Oh, what a save!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Verona are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Inter Milan from one behind. And he puts it away.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Colomwani is the third man to step forward. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Inter Milan looking to draw level. Oh, straight down the middle, and for some, it's too much. Barella is fourth up. Big character, big moment, big save. Costa Curta is the fifth volunteer. Terrific penalty, no keepers getting near that.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. It's in, pick that one out. 3-3. So the ball is placed on the spot. Some can barely watch here, every kick potentially pivotal.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
The margin of error is 0.
Great penalty under pressure. Again, picked his spot. Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper and he guessed wrong.
Through to 7 and we're still going. It's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Oh, look, the only consolation he can take from that was the fact it was on target.
So can he do it? And he delivers! They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. So what do you take away from it? Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Oh no, this does not look good. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere...
Oh, taken with style! Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Gerrard. Quarter of an hour played. Plays a sharp little ball here. Pele looking to run onto it. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Soboslai looking to play it into the box. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, it's come loose. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Villa. Watford have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Szoboszlai! Oh, it's a beauty! He's got himself an absolute peach. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Pele has got himself a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Szoboszlai having a look. An opportunity then to pull clear here. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Pele. Szoboszlai. Brilliantly cut out. Danger averted for now. Quality ball. He is through here. Oh, such a clever touch. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Baresi cuts it out. Not the most accurate pass. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. David Villa. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Watford can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. Watford carrying a one-goal lead. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Pele. Now it's Xabi Alonso. It's Pele! Goal! And this is getting better and better. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to...
Chance, surely! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Botafogo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signal...
Real chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A case now of complete control. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Pele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Searching pass he's played there. Can he get it through? He can get that clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Scholes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gerrard. Into the last 5 minutes. Time and again they are repelled. Neymar. Gerrard. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Szoboszlai. And this is Batistuta. Gerrard. Best. Nice looking ball. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's...
He's had a shot! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And this is Batistuta. Shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Watford with the corner. They're first. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Baresi gets across to intercept that. And here's Batistuta. Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs...
Soboslai! It's loose, and there's a race. Oh, what has happened here? Alonso. That's a good ball. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, that's well spotted. The ball is loose and the chase is on. McAllister. Watford leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And this is Pele. De Bruyne. Xavi Alonso. Good ball, good take. Looking for a runner. Now it's Pele. Takes aim and crosses. And it's Xavi Alonso. And here's and Batistuta! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And here's De Bruyne. Tries to pass it through. Thinks about the shot. De Bruyne! That's another chance. Oh, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Well, there's the clearance. Lobbed in behind. Oh, red. Nice interception. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Watford can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Header! He's scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Watford are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And they win it back again. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he plays one through. It's a mighty effort! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, well measured. And this is Xavi Alonso. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Szoboszlai. De Bruyne. Messi. Now it's Batistuta. And it's McAllister. And he was quick to react. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that is one way to stop him. Great vision. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Now it's Pelé. 5 minutes left on the clock. Threads one in. And he's in on goal. Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that's it. Watford can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Paris Saint-Germain have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times, they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course, they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's De Bruyne. Alonso. And here's Lewandowski. And it's Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Might want to be careful there.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And he's lifted it over.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
So we're still where we started right now. He's got away. Szoboszlai. He's picked his way through. And they've been given a corner. Watford with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. He's got tall. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Szoboszlai. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Szoboszlai picks it up out wide. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Hakimi drives forward on the overlap. Hakimi, and that has put a halt to things. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now that looks a decent ball. He's on it, can he get away? And a chance! It's in!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And this is Batistuta. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Szoboszlai. Oh, nicely intercepted. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Xavi Alonso. That's a good ball out wide. That's a good run he's making there. Olise. That is good strength. No, there's no going past him this time. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Watford leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Now it's Szoboszlai. Tries to pass it through. Pele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And there's the shot!
Szoboszlai just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Batistuta. And here's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai! Decent enough try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
No, he's had it taken off him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Now it's Batistuta. De Bruyne. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, this is a great position. Oh, just skips past his man. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai! Superb from Szoboszlai! About as smooth as it gets. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Watford are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that had the makings of something. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? He went for the curler.
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Robertson. The final 5 minutes. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Son Heung-min. Shoots! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Threads one in. Oh, he's been caught on it here! It's Son Heung-min! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's played... Has another go! And with that, the final whistle. Watford can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than...